was going with that kind of anti-establishment Hollywood, non-Hollywood rather gimmick, but I don't know where it is now. And Corbin, he's got his lone wolf thing, and that's what he's sticking with. And well, that's what it is. And that's what it's going to be. Something going on? Should I keep talking?
Yeah,
okay, I will just keep talking.
We were
working on something.
Sorry about that. We weren't streaming apparently.
Oh, okay.
We've been recording, but we weren't streaming. Now we're actually streaming.
Right.
I was apparently reading the chat board from yesterday.
Well,
I don't know how the fuck that happens.
Well, welcome if you just joining us in the stream. Welcome. This is the Marked Out Podcast Tuesday edition of SmackDown. I'm your co-host, Medine. That's Adam Baum, the actual host across from me. That's Steve-O, overseeing all as usual. And our executive producer, who will not be named elsewhere this evening. We also have a special guest.
Oh, Stikelether is on the board. Noah's on the board. Estrada's on the board.
Sorry.
Teddy Hart is 2 stone. He probably didn't even know that we had the technical difficulties. Hopefully, everybody can actually see us now. If you know, it's showing offline. I don't know what's going on. Fucking ads is what Teddy Hart's saying.
As long as you can hear us, I can really care less.
Yeah, it's not quite a running. Hopefully, I don't know, Stevie. We keep ruining our show because we don't know what the fuck we're doing with the new system. Courtesy of Twitch. Stikelether says he sees us. So there we go. Somebody can see us out there, even if we can't. And we can read your chat board, so fuck what we look like. For those of you that didn't know ahead of time, she had to duck out, but Kiara is back guest hosting tonight. She had to step out for a second to do mommy issues, but she will be back. This Baron match, I feel Dolph has to be included. He just has to, because him and Bobby Roode can go. Baron is an afterthought. I almost see him just coming in to steal the pin.
How is he an afterthought as the champ, though?
Because it's not believable. This is a test for him that he is failing week after week.
Okay, so what's the significance of another Roode Ziggler rivalry without Corbin involved? Answer.
It puts a belt on them.
Exactly.
I'd rather see
so
them.
Corbin has to be in it.
I'd rather see them go again than Corbin be involved in anything. Medine, he's not over.
He's getting better.
Okay. Yeah, a turd looks better when it goes down the toilet.
He's not terrible anymore.
Especially if it doesn't leave skid marks. Hello, Steve. Welcome.
Hey, what's going on?
Of course, the Jew that leads the crew had to cause some technical difficulties for everyone out there in live world.
Listen. Seriously, at this point, that's just prerequisite. If that doesn't happen, I'd be worried.
I feel like I'm fucking cursed. Machines don't like me. If there is ever some kind of Terminator shit that happens,
I was just about to say,
they're going to target me worse than John Connor. I'm just saying.
It's over already.
They're going to go right after my ass.
They're going to send a naked Adam back in time.
Right?
And he's going to fucking strike lightning somewhere in Pineville. And
I'm going to grab a camcorder. No,
your
I'm
ass.
just kidding. Next up in the Clash shape-up, Jinder and AJ, they teased before the break that we're going to get a preview of it tonight. We didn't get shit but a video package.
I remember seeing that.
Yeah, because that's what it was. It was a video package of Jinder.
Wow.
I can't buy into this championship caliber whatever. You were talking about there might be a swerve, Medine. Do you want to explain your little swerve idea here?
All right. So in house shows recently, because I went to a Starcade and went to the SmackDown a couple weeks ago. Jinder's been really beating the shit out of the Singh brothers, almost more and more like intensely as each show has passed, as each week has passed. The beatings are getting worse.
There's some rumors that they were injured because of that, but it just kind of
there was one bump on TV that was horrible that we saw.
That botched Colossus.
Yeah, exactly. It looked like a colostomy.
Our guest host last week, Brandon, he got on board with that.
But so recently we saw where after beating from AJ, where the Singh brother extended the belt back to AJ on bended knee, almost as if to say, please just stop beating us. We're tired of being beaten. We would rather side with you. It's not confirmed yet, but my theory is that the Singh brothers will get tired of the beatings from Mahal. They'll side with AJ
I think this
very
is. I think you're
momentarily.
talking too much about. This is not worth our time. Despite
Sorry,
it
it's
being,
gonna happen.
I know, but despite it being AJ, I am done with the gender experiment.
I know. I'm sorry. but
If he
this is-
wants to try the U.S. title and be his little heel
but see,
character,
I
fine.
had also called that they were probably gonna get rid of these two soon. So, but this is their way of doing it. They're gonna go back to 205.
It's-
Is what I heard now.
Yeah, it's just like J&J Security. They went back to being backstage bookers
I mean,
and agents.
hey,
That's
they got their minute.
well, no, they got their extra time. If anything, that was overtime on their careers. The Singh brothers, this is their minute. You're right on that aspect for sure. Steve, you got anything else to add about this? They're not building it up the way it should be. I think they could do a better job. AJ not being on TV tonight.
Yeah, that was kind of the bummer part for me. And I was going to just go to the board. Berto said, "What's up, Kiara? You hadn't
What's
seen
up,
you in a while."
Berto? How you doing?
Do you
How
care
you
about this
feeling?
match, Kiara?
Which match?
Jinder and AJ.
What are you talking about, Willis? Jinder and
Ninja,
AJ?
please.
I mean,
Yes.
I guess
Damn,
you just
you-
wrap it
You
up.
hit her
and
with
that's
her
why.
own.
I know, right?
But
you hit her with her own fucking.
But you got to
promo.
think that Jinder's going to get the belt again, maybe.
The tour, I think they're supposed to be in India this
Yeah,
weekend.
We've been talking about it forever.
I do somewhat because AJ's involved in it.
No,
That's my only reason.
he ain't getting the belt.
There's no way that
In
AJ's
India.
dropping the title.
No.
There's just no way.
Yeah, I hope not.
I don't
Nope.
know.
I don't buy it.
He's wrestling Triple H in India.
Right, but that's just that. Right,
So, he's not
Stikeletter's
even
saying
fighting
what
for the
Stevie said. They're going to 205 Live.
Singh brothers.
Yeah, when this is all over and
I said that,
Baron
by the
gets his rematch and goes to the mid card, I always
Good point,
miscredit
Medine.
people. Who the fuck knows who said what? Anyway,
Go back
It,
to the
it
tape.
could be to fill seats, or it could be
Phil
for
Sims.
Fill seats,
Oh,
or it could be
oh,
for
it's Phil Seats.
it could be for Jinder to take the title again, which I hope. not.
Why? Just for one weekend? No.
he doesn't.
They already
Fuck
shrunk
him.
that. They
Fuck
already
him.
shrunk that showdown. So
Hey, women's title.
Anything's possible at this point.
Natty and Charlotte in a lumberjack match. Another rematch
Yeah.
being cashed in by Natty.
Then
in a
you have to
lumberjack
tease
match.
at it tonight to make sure.
What
that
the
we got
hell was
used to
going on
seeing
out
women
there
all around the
tonight?
ring. I don't know.
The
Adam,
the whole women in general I
Explain
want
to
to
me what
talk
was
about
going
here
out.
Yeah,
was a
it's
giant fucking clusterfuck. There's a riot gonna break out, but
Before
no,
that, no,
we're gonna-
before that.
the whole thing was fucked. Natty kissing ass backstage. I thought the Raw segments last night were bad. for
Yeah.
the women. This shit was
That trumped
abysmal.
that, huh?
Abysmal. Oh, it's so trumped it. You were on last
Yeah,
night's show.
Paige was halfway decent last night compared to what this was.
And I'm sorry, Sarah Hogan,
Logan,
Sarah
Or
Logan,
Papaw said it.
whatever. My papa, rocking chair, cattail, blah blah blah. Gotta be big game hunter.
Is that accent fully? Is it that strong?
that's
Oh,
she's
yeah.
that country. Yeah,
It is thick. It is as country as you get.
Oh wow.
I mean,
Mm.
it's and sometimes it's hard to understand.
Yeah.
Estrada on the board says the lumberjack match was booked by Creative because they brought up too many girls to do their standard 3-versus-3 match. So they said, "Fuck it, send them all out there in a lumberjack match."
and I'm thinking they're prepping for a
Yeah,
Rumble
because
thing.
if they do a 3-on-3 tag match again, they only get 6 out there. So, yeah, you can't do that. All this is stall tactics to get ready for the Women's Royal Rumble. Kiara, that is the thing I want to mention to you because you're on
What's
the
that?
show and haven't given your take on it. 15, 20 women. Do you think that there is going to – I do. Do you think there's going to be a Women's Royal Rumble this year?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
You
I mean, that's what we've been talking about all year. I
And-
mean, they've
and-
had. It's the year of first time for the women. I mean, they had their first Money in the Bank ladder match. That's done. I mean, why not?
See, what I was suggesting is Asuka wins it, and she cashes in her opportunity at Mania, and that's when they finally give her the belt.
That would be ideal.
You give her a loss somewhere before then. Write that shit down. I said it.
Take notes. Take notes.
I know one thing. I'm not doing the women's Rumble
I'm not sure about the
tattoo challenge.
logistics
Forget
yet.
that.
I'm
Yeah, we're
sure
not
about-
doing the women's tattoo challenge. No.
I'm not sure about the logistics yet. I'm not
The
sure
numbers
about
aren't
the
good
climb to the top for Asuka. But yeah, definitely a women's Royal Rumble.
I'd end up with a Sonya Deville tattoo.
I'm claiming it.
You're claiming it?
Mm-hmm.
Do you think there'll be any more call-ups just for that? Like, remember last year, Ty Dillinger and Killian Dane were just in the Rumble?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think there's anybody like that if they do the women's Rumble?
I think they have one more.
like iconic.
Peyton
or
Royce,
Two more
yeah.
call-ups. Two
Nikki
more
Cross.
call-ups. Yeah.
Well, no, even just I'm talking about
Or
even just a
a
one-time
Rumble
call
kinda
up
one-off
just for that
thing.
match.
Nikki
one-off.
Cross is a huge possibility.
I would
well,
love
you
it.
mentioned
well.
the iconic duo. I think they're coming up. Peyton and
See, I
Yeah,
would
but-
have rather seen no offense, it's early to Logan and Morgan, but I would have rather seen Iconic come up either as support for Ruby Riott and their faction or just as a separate entity
yeah.
and not
I
be
agree.
copying what Raw is doing
Right.
with
Separate entity, I
Absolution.
think.
Right. Medine, you're awfully quiet over there.
I'm prepping for a later segment.
Okay.
You may
Okay,
continue.
he's doing research.
Estrada and Stykeleather are arguing, sort of. Stykeleather says that Iconic is coming up after Mania, but Estrada says Iconic is a Rumble call-up. I'm going to say that the winner is both of you because I think that
Either
Iconic...
one would work for me.
No, I think Iconic is going to be in the Rumble, but I don't think they make the move to the main roster until after Mania. So I think you're both right. And that's how I'm going to... That's my verdict. I'm the smartest guy in the room. Tag match is a fatal four-way now because the Rusev Day tag team of Aiden English and Rusev defeated New Day tonight to get into the match. New Day and Usos aren't supposed to be fighting anymore. And yet here they are
Well,
again,
yeah,
right after they
in
said
the
they're
mix,
not fighting.
right. That's all they can do right now.
And it's just stalling for the Bludgeon Brothers to get involved in this division. Like
One
actually
day.
involved. They
Right.
fought jobbers.
Yeah.
I don't think they have that many ideas or that many options
Oh, of course not.
with the tag team division. I
Nothing's changed since you've left.
mean, yeah.
Not exactly, Medine. That you get. I'm going to give you a shit ton
What
of
else are they
coins for
gonna
this.
do?
Let me get the star. That,
Medine's got an extra life, a green mushroom,
seriously,
the whole
green
9
mushroom.
yards.
Give me that shit.
Nothing's changed since you left, Kiara.
Yeah.
You're caught up.
I think it was just New Day was probably just a stand-in. I mean,
Isn't that terrible to say? The 4-time tag team champions are just a stand-in at this point.
I know.
Well, they don't
But
know what
They're
else
a
to
bridge
do with them.
because they're a bridge to
Nowhere.
basically they're a bridge to include other tag teams to try to make it interesting
Right.
Exactly.
because they're the
At least they
only
have that
thing that really
status that
is
helps,
interesting
right.
in the division as far as personality and charisma.
New
He's
Day
right.
and Shield.
Rusev Day is getting a
everything's
following
going-
now.
Okay.
Oh yeah,
Right?
and Perfect Love on
Rusev
the board
Day is-
said
They're
Yeah.
getting a following now.
getting over
Yeah.
the crowd tonight. He said
Absolutely. At Starrcade, they were over there as well.
And Noah
Um,
says Rusev is the fucking man.
See? People love him now.
Yeah.
Ever since he got savage last year on Twitter,
I
I
don't know. No, I think his whole new packaging away from Lana, they let him be
himself.
a brute, but a little goofy.
yeah.
Yeah.
He's still got the in-ring, I'm going to kick your ass, but
We
he's,
knew he had
he's
that
a little
ability
bit
to be-
festive
He's like
outside of the ring.
Ferdinand.
Kinda
He's
guy.
like Ferdinand the Bull in
Yeah.
a way.
Oh, Kiara
Oh,
got
oh.
mommy duty again.
okay.
Damn, yo.
Sucks to be a mom. Everybody out there,
I don't know.
protect
that-
yourself.
Well,
Yeah,
Daniel
yeah.
Price said, "Why did Nakamura? Well,
Brought
yes,
to you
we
by
talked about that
Trojans.
later.
What did?
Why did Nakamura have to get saddled with Medine's favorite albatross?
Oh, that happened. We're going to get there. That's topic
I
2.
just thought I had.
This is the
to
final
mention
part of topic 1. Do we have anything else to mention with the tag team?
it.
I mean, we'll do predictions next week.
So, Estrada said, so
Called
WWE
it an
decides to break
albatross.
up American Alpha and give us Jason Boredom, then Frankenstein together Rusev and Aiden English. Fuck you, creative.
Right?
Well,
Instead of letting Rusev or Aiden English stand on their own, they Frankenstein them. DP says Harper and Rowan are better than that. It's like Road Dogg was drunk, bored, and wanted to book, and bam, out they came. Okay? Berto and gave him like one of Kane's old outfits in a different mask. Berto says quick build to Rumble for SmackDown. Usos drop the title to Zayn and Owens. 2 weeks later, they drop it to Orton and Nakamura. And a week before the Rumble, Owens and Zayn cost them the titles to the Bludgeon Brothers.
that's a lot of title changing.
Yeah. And considering Zayn and Owens aren't even in the picture right now.
Yeah, they're not. It's more
You-
of a
you might be
feud with him
reaching,
and
Bo-
McMahon.
Berto, I don't know that Zayn and Owens need any tag titles or need to fuck up that division.
Not right now.
And Orton and Knock don't need to be in there either. Legend Brothers probably going to be champs by Mania, guaranteed. I don't know if they'll hold it for long, but they'll probably win the titles before Mania.
Think so?
Once
I don't
as a
Dude,
Nah, not yet.
those boys, what are you going to do? Stall for 4 fucking months, Medine?
I'm gonna look at you and I'm gonna say yes. That's exactly what's gonna happen.
Oh,
I'm sorry.
barring injury.
I'm sorry.
Seems like that always
I'm
happens.
sorry.
I'm
I'm
sorry.
gonna apologize now because that's exactly what's gonna happen. You know it's true, and that's why you're shaking your head that way.
girl, you know it.
Okay, Bobby.
Number 2, partner out of nowhere. I want to give Medine some pops here. Okay, because if Medine was in charge of creative tonight, I would have marked out. That's the name of our fucking show. I like to get marked out.
Right?
Now, Medine said, what if the mystery partner at Clash of Champions for Randy Orton is Shane McMahon? And I went, fuck yeah. After the promo that KO cut tonight,
Right.
and it just made sense. Oh, Orton always aligns with the McMahons. Look
Triple
at what
check.
he did here. Look at what he did with Triple H. Look at what he did with Stephanie. Now he's siding with Shane. It was built perfectly. And now Shane's the fucking ref and Knock is the partner. If they lose, they're fired.
Yeah, something else is going to happen. I think Daniel Bryan's going to get involved.
Daniel Bryan's going to be the referee. Daniel Bryan's
yeah.
going to be the referee after Shane gets knocked out somehow in the match. By hook or crook, it doesn't matter how he gets hurt because they're going to set up that KO and Shane feud continues.
Right.
Or
It'll eventually evolve to
Daniel
Bryan.
Bryan versus Shane.
Don't forget, Daniel Bryan, I can't remember the countdown, but he announced it sometime earlier in this year. Hey, WWE, he just kind of put it out there on Twitter.
Yeah.
Here's my countdown. Yeah, Perfect 11 says Daniel Bryan and Shane will be co-referees. No, I think Daniel Bryan takes Shane's spot with a ref jersey after Shane is knocked out or something.
Yeah,
He runs
I
down the
definitely
ramp and
see
slides
that.
in. Yeah.
Yeah, you heard it here first. I'm smart like that. What else do we think that there's a chance that Daniel Bryan is the one who knocks out Shane?
Accidentally.
At least he'll
Accidentally?
Incidentally,
he's gonna prevent
incidentally,
KO
coincidentally.
Right.
Sorry, Rod.
Like-
Go
like-
ahead, Steve.
Do it.
Like
Do it.
KO pushes Bryan
Who knows?
into Shane?
Yeah, exactly. Some type of scenario where it's incidental, coincidental,
That could happen. Yep.
consequential.
Berto's saying Daniel Bryan will never return. He might never return to WWE.
Neither will CM Punk.
Daniel Bryan will wrestle again.
Oh, he'll be a Ring of Honor against Cody Rhodes next year.
Okay, that you might be right about
Not in
CM
WWE,
Punk,
but
and you're definitely wrong. He says Vince McMahon will never die. No.
He's a cyborg robot
Yeah.
Terminator already. He's the
Steve Blackman will
T-1000.
never return.
And DP agrees with me. He says by Brian Cos. Why can't he use? He always uses their real names. Says Danielson. With Brian,
I like how he does that actually.
Brian will call the match for Zayn and Owens. It sets up heat.
Except
For
Kane.
Shane
He doesn't call.
and
He
Brian.
doesn't call it Kane.
Glenn.
Jacobs.
Yeah, Glenn
Glenn.
over
He's
there.
like taking bumps from Jacobs.
Yeah,
It's not out of the realm of possibility.
and Daniel Bryan can do whatever he wants. His wife is super famous. He can do what he wants. Let's just face it like that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Anybody got anything before we move on?
Yeah.
What?
Part of the reason they canceled Talking Smack was because Brian was getting fresh at the mouth with some of the shit he was saying, because he didn't give a fuck.
Well,
just didn't
and
care.
there was supposed to be no script, and they're really
And he really went that way.
Renee had a rundown like we do, but
Uh-huh.
after that, it was all just
And they
fill
were
in the
just
blanks.
like, yeah, no, this guy's too much.
Yeah.
SmackDown presents
Go ahead. Make my day.
So you can play at home. Good, bad, glorious. Who booked that? Who got the rub? Line of the night. The queen is back. She got herself a frozen treat.
What I missed. Sorry about that.
Nothing. We were just talking about KO in the main event.
Oh yeah.
We're on to good, bad, and the glorious. You can just chime in or piggyback.
Okay.
I'll go to you last
All right.
on each one. So here we go. Number one is the good. Stevie, you're always good.
My good was Kevin Owens tonight.
Kevin
Across
Owens.
the board.
Kevin Owens across the board.
Played
I'll
the
give you
part
a
well.
point. He that heel dig he did at the beginning when he mentions Bret Hart and Stone Cold.
Right. We're better than them.
And then he goes, we're better than them. And Sammy, the little like barking Chihuahua
yeah.
dog.
Yeah.
He goes, yeah, we're
Yeah, Spike.
combined. We're better than them combined.
The hype man.
Yeah. He's totally that role perfectly. Medine, what's your good?
My good actually was Dolph Ziggler. He stood strong tonight for the first time in a long time. He made it
He
almost relevant tonight for us
He's
to
growing
care
his
about
hair
the
longer,
U.S.
that's why,
title.
right?
match.
Well, you care about his involvement. He did 2 moves. Let's not
No, I know. I'm
Let's
just
not
saying
go crazy.
No, I'm not. I'm just saying it was my good tonight.
Good for me is Daniel Bryan. I liked the idea that they're teasing here. Even if Berto, you might be right, he's never coming back, and I know for sure if he doesn't come back, Medine and Daniel Price are right that he's going elsewhere. But Daniel Bryan tonight sowed some seeds that got me interested. What about you, Kiara? Then I'll go to the board.
My good is good humor. Strawberry shortcake ice cream. America's favorite strawberry shortcake bar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's where
Please sponsor us.
yeah, that's my well I
prefer
sponsor
the
us.
chocolate.
That's my yeah.
Those
never
are
mind.
good.
Good on the board. Stike Leather, he says heel heat that Sammy is getting. Yeah, I don't like the check mark shit, but otherwise I'm buying into the heel Sammy.
Double check.
Good for DP. He says Rude potentially taking the belt from Skinny Jeans. Yes. I hope that happens. Good for Noah. Randy Orton on the Edge and Christian podcast. Surprisingly entertaining. It would recommend. Orton on the Edge and Christian podcast. Orton is not a bad commentary, but Edge and Christian, I can't listen to them when they're not in character. They're I'm sorry, they're trying to be themselves, and you are not entertaining on your own.
Ooh.
I hate to shit on a fellow podcaster because
Boo.
their takes are great, and when they did their
Right.
Edge and Christian
Yeah, I love that.
totally awesome show,
Right.
that was fucking awesome. I don't know why they canceled that, but the couple episodes I've listened to, which is about 3 of them, has been very, very bland.
The opinions of the host
Aw.
do not necessarily reflect those of everyone on the show.
Good for Perfect 11. Ruby Riot on the mic tonight. Don't remember her ever being this good on the mic in NXT, but she
Yeah,
did
I
a great
thought
job.
about that. Yeah.
Okay, she did a great job, but unfortunately, immediately following her was that Country Girl
Well,
that messed it all
and
up.
Liv Morgan too, kind of.
Liv Morgan wasn't as bad as Country Girl.
You know, I thought that was kind of
Sarah
cool,
Logan.
actually.
Good for Estrada. Orton versus Sammy was a decent match. It was. It had a lot of extra shit. Someone let Punk know that Kiara has his ice cream bars. There you go.
Ha
That's from DP.
Someone got it. Yeah, there you go, DP.
Good for Justin. He says those knee strikes from Nakamura. I agree with that. And DP says Edge is fine podcasting on his own, but together they got too nostalgic and trail off. See, I'm not the only one, but Noah says it's very funny. No, it wouldn't be the first time Noah and I disagree on something.
You're killing me, Small.
Number 2 award is bad. Bad. I'm going to kick this off. All of the women shit tonight. There was no fucking riot. There was no attack on the champ. Natty pussed out and kissed ass. Oh, my God. It was bad. What do you
So you
got?
want to tell me about this? Natty kissing ass tonight?
Oh, Natty goes, I'm so excited that you beat Naomi and you beat Becky, and that's why they're not on the show. Well, they're just off air until fucking Rumble time.
Right.
Believe that. Oh, sorry. I didn't want to offend Medine. Late good
not
for
paying
Teddy Tuesday. Imagine our late good award on the board is
Teddy's
from the
a little
Stoner.
late. Well, he's across the ocean.
He said
yeah.
getting to see Liv Morgan's fine ass.
Who loves Liv Morgan?
Teddy Two Stoned Heart.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Stevie, what's your bad?
My bad was no AJ tonight.
Oops. I'm hitting the
What are
wrong
you trying
button.
to do? What are you trying to do over there?
Give you an impromptu segment. Medine, what's your bad?
My bad was why was Tamina able to take out the entire Riot Squad by
Ooh.
herself?
Until he did.
I-
Took out
He addressed
Sarah,
the
but-
elephant in the freaking room.
No.
Yes,
She did
that's
not
what
take
happened.
out
That
shit.
is
She
what
stopped
happened.
She attacked
Listen,
Sarah,
no,
and
she
then it
attacked
was
Sarah.
separated.
And
No,
separated.
she
That was
attacked
it.
Sarah. No, what did
No.
you see? Because
That
I
was
saw
all I
no. The
I
other
saw
two
her
girls
attack
jumped.
Sarah,
No, the
and
other
then
two
the
girls
other
jumped
4
in.
girls
No.
separated them.
The 2 other 2 girls came and jumped her first, and then Tamina fended them off
Please.
while Lana and Carmella pulled her back.
Please, somebody on the board,
Okay, well,
explain what
that's
really
what I
happened
saw.
to Medine.
Oh, that's what I saw.
2 girls went to blows. The other 4 pulled them apart, and that was a riot about to break out from the Riot Squad.
Tamina handled her
and
business.
Ruby Riot.
Is what I'm saying.
She looked good on the mic tonight. I don't want to,
On the mic. Who
be
cares?
mean
I'm
to
talking about
Ruby.
Ruby.
Bad on the board. Teddy Hart says
That is
women's
you.
segment. Bad for Berto. I didn't watch, but probably Corbin and Ziggler. They didn't wrestle. Ziggler was on commentary, but it was better than you'd think. Berto. Bad Carmella naming her briefcase Frankie. That's Stike Leather. Justin doesn't care. He combined their names. He said bad is Sarah Morgan. He combined Sarah Logan and Liv Morgan. I have no problem with that. Ruby trying to go country. What the fuck was that? DP says is his bad. And bad for Estrada. It's a tie. No fashion files. and he says Bludgeon Brothers, yawn.
Aw.
It's glorious time. My glorious, it would kayfabe break. My glorious is having Kiara back at the helm here.
You suck up.
Don't be kissing ass now.
Yeah,
Damn,
I'm
yeah,
just
tell
trying-
him.
I'm just trying to get you in my guest host rotation. But my real glorious is Nakamura finally getting a strong showing and program on TV, even if it was brief. The one knock on it is Medine's right. You can't run out to that music. It
Nah,
didn't
man.
work. It didn't
Not
work.
at all.
It's
It's
like
like the
playing
worst
cartoon
run out
music or
music
something.
ever.
Dude, the violin hadn't
I'm
even
sorry
hit
if I
stride
popped.
yet.
Sorry if I popped the mic on that
Yeah, that was
just
a little
now.
loud.
I probably did, but damn, that's just like the worst run out music I may have ever heard.
Dude,
Just don't play it.
it didn't
Just
even
let 'em
get
run out.
going. Right. Yeah.
Just
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if it's creative or production or. I guess they're both the same.
What
It's
can
fine.
you do?
Honestly,
What can you do?
It's
They
fine
feel like
once
they
he's
have
in the
to
ring.
do that now.
Yeah. What can you do? Because
No.
it just did the song is a slow build.
It's
It
just the
doesn't hit you
timing.
in the face.
No, it's just the timing. Because had they played it after he stood strong later on, it would have worked.
Yeah.
In the ring, he's already in the ring, but him running out to it, absolutely not. Don't play it again.
All right, Stevie, glorious.
My glorious was Randy Orton tonight. I'm
Listen
riding
to you.
Medine coattails. He looked good.
You guys sharing a Green Bay brain again. What do you got over there, Kiara?
I'm just chiming in, man.
All right, glorious for the board. Berto says if AJ was on,
Yep.
Stike Leather wins. He says, glorious, my beautiful daughter who was born
Oh,
last
yeah.
night.
Oh,
Yeah, and it was
congratulations.
glorious that
Hey,
he was
congratulations.
with us
Congrats.
during all that, and like,
That was a wonderful special
he
moment.
left the show to have the baby and came back to tell us everything was okay.
That's so awesome.
That's
Glorious
pretty
for
awesome.
Justin. He says Corey Graves making up for last night. Glorious for Noah. Sami Zayn explaining the difference between ringside and the entrance ramp in the most passive-aggressive way possible. Excuse me. That's a great point, Noah. He was on point tonight, and that's why you're buying into it. And I do like him as this heel. Glorious hypothetical for DP says the strobe light hits blind Sammy and Owens, and Nakamura shuts down and knees them both in the face. So struts down, excuse me. They should give us an option for no commentary and just arena sounds, Berto says. That
maybe.
Hey, that wouldn't have got us banned. I know that. And Perfect 11, he's siding with the executive producer. He says logically it makes no sense for them to play music when a person runs in. It gives it away. But they typically do it when they run down the ramp. If they come out of the crowd, they don't play it.
Right.
So
Or out of nowhere.
they don't.
Okay.
I mean,
I thought they have.
well, yeah, if you're the Shield, but
Yeah.
but sort of that. Noah wants us to get a backup account and get off Twitch. I like Twitch. I don't know how to work it. I don't know what I'm doing. I
we
keep
just
fucking
wait
it up.
out and figure we'll do simulcast, do Twitch and the other.
Yeah.
place.
Yeah,
Back
Back it up. Back it up.
simulcast. I like that word, Stevie.
Right? That's stuck on me.
Who booked that? Stevie, you kick us off.
Who booked that award for me goes to the Bludgeon Brothers versus Jobbers. It's gonna do all this build up for them coming back, and you're gonna just make us watch that crap.
And what's the point? You've got Ascension, you've got Breezango, you got other tag teams out
Right.
there. There are ways. It makes no sense. I agree with you, Stevie. What do you got, Medine?
Glorious, right? Or who booked that?
Who booked that?
Oh,
We already did
sorry.
Glorious.
Not having Shane as as Randy's partner is my who booked that. Honestly,
Here, I'll
sorry.
give you the second one.
I know.
You
I
want
know.
a third?
I'm reaching and I'm wanting too much, but why the fuck not?
Yeah.
I mean, you've already had them fight in a freaking Hell in a Cell match. It's obviously not over. Now you can add Randy to the mix, like you said. They played right into it earlier in the night when they described the history. Why not have it continue?
Estrada says, so in kayfabe, does Nakamura tell the sound guy, hurry, play Randy music so I can help Randy? I hope I said that right. Who booked that for me? The fake lumberjack match tonight, leading up to the real one.
No doubt.
Right.
What the fuck?
That was bad too.
Who booked that from the board? Stike and Teddy both say no AJ. Goddamn right. What else do we got? Who booked that? Everything involving the women for Estrada. Who booked that? The 12 Days of Rusev Day. I don't know. I kind of like that they cut him off.
He could, and then of course Aiden English, singing along would be good.
It was a good work. Who booked that? No Roman Reigns as Orton's partner from Noah. Noah, if I could put you in timeout,
You're killing me, Smart.
I would do it. Who booked that? The Riot Squad, already demanding to be put in the title picture after being on the main roster for 2 weeks. That comes from Perfect 11. That he's got a point there.
Yeah.
You just got here. I know you're trying to do something different from the other show, but you just got here.
Good for them.
You think?
Why not?
Fine. Who got the rub? I'm going to kick this off. Dolph, 2 zigzags commentary. Dolph looks strong tonight in the promo. Dolph looks strong tonight attacking both competitors in his triple threat match. So I got Dolph there. Board, you can catch up with us on Who Got the Rub. I wish Kiara was here because she always used to fuck this up when it was a category. Stevie, who got the rub for you?
Dude, I don't. Mojo Rawley got the rub. He was on Standing Tall again, and of course, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going with him.
Yeah, it's not a terrible answer because he did kind of get a push.
And he has a new Shazam shirt.
And I think this guy would agree with you. Not sure who that is anymore. Medine, who got the rub, buddy?
Tamina.
Really?
Well,
Yep.
Okay. You think that she beat everybody, but you know.
No, she lost her match, but then she looked strong against the Riot Squad. That's all I'm saying.
I have no idea what's going on.
Exactly, Adam. You'd never do.
That was for Teddy. He loves that sound effect. Who got the rub? Mojo for Justin. Who got the rub? Blandy snorts coke on is what Noah says. I don't know what
down,
the fuck
B.
that means.
Calm down, B.
Yeah. Aiden English for being part of a victory and in a title match now is from Estrada. Aiden English from Perfect 11 just for being in the ring with Rusev. And Stike Leather says, Dolph looking strong even though he's going to eat the pinfall. I pray to God that Baron eats the pinfall, but I think that basically Baron's going to steal the pinfall.
as long as they don't squash Rude in the process.
Exactly. Rude's probably going to be the guy who sets up the pin but doesn't get the pin.
Right.
And Ziggler, he's right. Stike Leather's right. He's probably going to take the pin.
Yes.
Final one, line of the night. I've already said it once, but I'll say it again. Liv Morgan. She goes, there's a riot about to break out. But then there was no riot. So why did you say that? Anyway, Stevie, line of the night. You got
my
any?
line of the night, Sarah Logan. I eat game meat.
I eat game meat. Game meat. You ain't never eat game
You don't
meat.
eat game meat?
What do you got, Medine? You got a line of the night?
No, I don't listen to what they say anymore.
Yeah, you're smart. He's got this like elevator music playing in his head instead. Who got the rub? DP. He says English's crotch from Big E's ass. Sure. Big E has some very weird sexual moves in there. Line of the night for Noah. Charlotte in the Psych movie. Look at my thighs.
There you go. There's line of the night. Right
Yeah,
there.
Medine
Look
made
at
us
my
watch
thighs.
that trailer.
Yeah, DP says line of the night. Zane talking about the actual line and condescending to the fans. There was a lot of condescension in that, and Sammy played it perfectly. Line of the night for Strada, that the line that the head guy in creative snorted that gave him the brilliant idea to book the women the way they were tonight. Line of the night, Berto, Survivor Series, the only night of the year where Raw and SmackDown face each other in head-to-head competition. Yeah. Line of the night, Sammy being conceited as ever from Stike Leather. Oh, it is the way it is. We don't have, I can't read the whole thing fast enough. So instead of housekeeping, I'm just going to play this.
iTunes.
This again?
It is the Mud Report time. You love this song. Mud Report. Board, if you got something to share. Last night you guys shared some good stuff. Feel free. Let it breathe, Medine.
They see me rolling, they hating, patrolling and trying to catch me riding dirty, trying to catch me riding dirty, trying to catch me riding dirty.
This segment brought to you by Chameleonaire.
Chameleonaire.
So, we've got Dolph Ziggler, who we were just speaking about, taking the pin. Speaking on his recent role, I guess, or...
He didn't take the pin.
No, we were talking about him taking the pin possibly
yeah.
coming up.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah. I'm caught up.
Now?
Yeah,
Thank
I'm good.
you. Thank you. He hates how WWE is using him currently and says that a change of scenery may be necessary for him. What do we have to say about that?
Dolph's testing the waters.
What I have to say about that is, why didn't you do that last month when your contract ended? Why didn't you just do that then? Why are you talking about it like 6 weeks later, saying that, hey, I should need a change of scenery?
Maybe he's just trying. You know how free agents in sports try to say, well, I'm not sure if I'm going to resign. They're trying to test the market, see whatever.
Just adding leverage.
Yeah, it makes no sense that he just resigned
For a
and
whole
now he's
other
doing
year,
it. Yeah.
exactly.
Why
would you make that comment? Unless the timing of that comment came out late. I mean, I'm not sure exactly when that. I know it was a recent comment, though, so moving on.
There could be many details of the contract we don't
Right.
know about. So.
Right.
Speaking of Japan, we have a rumor that Shinsuke Nakamura possibly may be a winner or a candidate to win the Royal Rumble coming up, which would set him up for a championship match, possibly against AJ Styles.
I would love to see AJ
WrestleMania.
hold it till then.
Right, but that's just a rumor.
Okay.
But, Also, we have what KO's account was hacked on social media. Somebody went to the lengths of, I guess, creating some type of scenario where people were upset because they thought that KO was cheating on his wife.
Yeah.
And then also her account was hacked as well, but then she retorted later on that everything was fine. It was just somebody who had, some lowlife who obviously has nothing better to do with themselves than to try to ruin other people's lives. We hate that there are people out there like that, but unfortunately there are. And so moving on.
Wait, listen though. Even in the most trusting of relationships, somebody that's traveling constantly on the road and somebody that's putting that out there, you've got to take at least a little stock to it. But I'm glad that there was nothing that spiraled out of this. There was no JoJo Bray shit.
No. So, and then I guess that brings us to what you were wanting to talk about, because I also wanted to talk about it. Us being SmackDown would be the schedule for next year's pay-per-views.
All right, let me give you a quick recap at this. So they're going to switch. The key things, they're getting rid of No Mercy and Great Balls of Fire.
Great Balls of Fucking.
They're going to
That was a good pay-per-view, even though the name sucked.
Yeah, Money in the Bank is going to be a joint pay-per-view now. And TakeOver is going to be at the Big Four, and they're going to be at the beginning. So they're going to be at all the co-branded. NXT is going to get 5 officially, even though they've had 5 for the last couple of years. They're getting 5 officially. Raw is only getting 5. SmackDown's only getting 4, and co-brand are going to be 5. What a couple takeaways. I'll read the schedule real quick. It's Rumble, Chamber, Fastlane, Mania, Backlash, Payback, Money in the Bank, Battleground, SummerSlam, Extreme Rules, Hell in a Cell, TLC, Survivor Series, Clash of Champions. What I'm saying is they've cut 2 pay-per-views out. Here is yet another cost-cutting thing. Number 2, SmackDown people are only going to earn 9 pay-per-view checks, where Raw is going to earn 10, unless you're AJ Styles and you go to a Raw pay-per-view to get your 10th. Maybe that was part of it. And now, here's the final point I want to make, and then I'll open it up to you guys. NXT has 5 pay-per-views. SmackDown has 4. What else you got, Medine? You were one to want to talk about this with me.
The fact that, so we get the Hell in a Cell, right? That's what SmackDown gets. Is that correct? What else do we get?
SmackDown gets Hell in a Cell. SmackDown gets Payback. Whoopty shit. But SmackDown gets Fastlane, which was formerly. So, by the way,
right before Mania.
The one right before Mania.
Yeah. So Fastlane was a Raw one. It's now SmackDown, and Chamber was a SmackDown one. That one's now Raw.
Okay.
And those are going to come in February and March, respectively.
What else does the
SmackDown has Hell in a Cell, Clash of Champions, Payback, and Fastlane. They got nothing. And then they of course share the.
Wait, don't we get Clash of Champions this year? We get it again next year?
Yeah.
The hell?
Yeah. Right.
I thought they would be a switch off.
And then the 4 are co-branded.
This is all
now 5 co-branded because Money in the Bank counts.
Yeah. All right. Right.
And this is all tentative, obviously. This is tentative.
Well, no. This is the schedule that they've released.
You know how they squeeze in pay-per-views?
They have every date. And just so you know, there were 16, not counting NXT. There were 16 this year. Clash of Champions will be number 16. And there are 14 next year. So they cut the 2 out. The thing is every time they have the opportunity, because it's happened a lot with SmackDown where they've had 6 weeks between a pay-per-view to build. They've never taken advantage of it.
Yeah.
So I'm not against moving from 16 to 14.
Yeah.
But are you going to actually use that fucking time to build storylines? Are you actually going to use that time to even just get Raw and SmackDown only rivalries
maybe that's
going?
a benefit to the wrestlers themselves too. They less chances of getting injured. You can.
But you got 6 weeks, Stevie. You could take somebody like Aiden English and put him in a program for 3 of those weeks, and have him rival somebody else who's not going to be on the pay-per-view, but give them some TV time and see if they have an opportunity there. Yeah. If you're not going to do it, why? Berto's saying, is Hell in a Cell still a pay-per-view? Yes, it is. It's going to be one. And SmackDown doesn't even get a solo gimmick pay-per-view like TLC. No, they get Hell in a Cell. That's it. Extreme Rules and Chamber and TLC are all Raw ones. So they got 3 kind of stip ones outside of Money in the Bank.
And from distance-wise, we're closest to what, Nashville? For Hell in a Cell?
I don't know. I didn't write the cities down. Stike Leather says, get rid of Hell in a Cell. Bring back Halloween Havoc. Stevie, you're a Halloween Havoc.
yes,
I was a
Halloween
Halloween Havoc fan, too.
Yeah,
There you go.
you got to do that.
But then again, they shit on Starrcade and they made it a house
Yeah,
show.
that was terrible.
You got to tell about that.
The
next
worst
year.
part about that, guys, and I hate to go back to it, was that the fact that they had like aprons with WWE Network on it. They were filming there with WWE, and it was like, what was the point if you weren't going to televise it?
I
You're gonna make
agree.
it a pay-per-view thing.
They had clips of it on WWE.com, and that was the extent of it, and that's terrible.
Berto says, I don't mind gimmick pay-per-views, but Hell in a Cell really irks me. It does. Because when you have one Hell in a Cell match, it's okay. When you do multiple, even if they're going to do them different, women, tag, and singles, whenever you do that, one is going to shine and the other 2 are not.
Or, Adam, as we have always said, you make the entire pay-per-view Hell in a Cell. Just like you would in TNA when you had Lockdown.
But
every match was going to be
now,
in that.
wait a second, though. You had every match inside the cage, but the main event was a lethal lockdown. They put a lid on it and added weapons.
Okay.
So that was different.
Okay.
So that's what I'm saying. In a Hell in a Cell match, if they wanted to have 6 cage matches and then the main event be a cell, fuck it. Book it. I'm good with that. But when you have the stipulation for a main event played out multiple times there, it just doesn't work anymore for me. If it was a co-branded pay-per-view and you wanted to do 2 cells main event or even have champ versus champ, then you got something. But
I got you.
Just the gimmick doesn't work for me. The best thing I liked about Starrcade was seeing the old school Dustin Rhodes.
Yeah,
is what
that was
Stike Leather
cool.
says.
I loved
seen
it.
that.
Y'all, was Stike Leather there?
Yeah.
Oh, I was there too.
Yeah.
He's everywhere.
If you drop No Mercy, why not bring back Roadblock, is what Justin says. Roadblock, they did twice in 1 year. I think in the calendar year 2016. They did 2 Roadblocks, one in February and one in
I think
December.
that's right.
And they both were horrible. So, and they both were weird. They piggybacked NXT. Like an hour of it was NXT, and then 2 hours of it was Roadblock. It didn't make any sense. So, it is what it is. And that's what I got. Stevie, were you going to give me a traffic or weather report? I don't remember.
No. Well, the traffic out there is pretty brutal tonight. There's just supermodels everywhere. I would give a few of them rides tonight, but other than that, it was pretty cool.
Rides on your German porn schlong?
Yeah.
This day in wrestling history.
All right, it's become everybody's favorite new game, as opposed to just being this day in wrestling history. We got some little factoids we want you to figure out. So, question number 1. Who beat who? Crash Holly or Jacqueline?
Crash, Holly, or Jacqueline? I'm going to say Jacqueline won.
Stevie,
Say that again. I was answering something on the board.
who beat who? Crash Holly or Jacqueline?
Jacqueline.
We want to wait for the board to answer that?
Nah, fuck them.
No? All right, sorry,
Go
guys.
catch up.
Stike Leather says Crash. If they're smart, if they're quick enough.
Crash Holly won that matchup.
That's for you, Stike Leather. That's for Teddy Two Stone Heart. Perfect
11 had
11.
Jacqueline.
That's for you, me, and Stevie.
Yeah. Oh, well.
All right. What championship did RVD defend versus Matt Hardy?
I'm going to just go hardcore because it makes the most sense.
That's the one I can only,
It's probably the
safest
oh,
bet.
wait. I'm going to change my
No,
answer.
don't
It's
do
the
it.
ECW
Don't do
Championship.
it. Don't do
shit.
it. Oh, brother. You were right the first time. Should have
Oh.
stuck with your gut,
Yes,
brother.
I got it right in.
Hardcore championship was correct.
That's for me. That's for Steve.
Come on, man. Got to stick with your gut.
Teddy
Stike
Hart
Leather
get-
says IC. Teddy says ECW too. Justin got it right.
Yeah, I had this question just for Kiara, too.
DP and Berto
the
also
Queen,
got it right.
excuse me. Did I say her name? Go ahead and edit that later on. My bad.
Cruiserweight title, Perfect 11 says.
The Queen. I had this question just for the Queen. What arena in Chicago did this occur in? Allstate Arena, the United Center, or neither?
I'm going to guess United.
I'm going to go neither.
You're both wrong. This
Ah.
occurred in the Allstate Arena.
Shit. I thought it was gonna be some special.
Dude, I'm pulling a no on trivia here.
Okay, this is one's kind of subjective, but there is a actual answer. Why was this SmackDown significant?
Why was this SmackDown significant?
Yeah, this was a very significant SmackDown.
Why was this night
I'll give you 10
unlike
seconds.
any
What
other
year
night?
10
was it?
seconds. I can't tell you that yet.
Oh.
That's one of the. That's also one of the.
Stike Leather,
questions.
Berto, and Justin all
because
said
it was the
Allstate.
very first one. I don't know.
This was the last one Stone Cold was on.
Ooh, it's a good, close enough answer. You can give yourself maybe half a coin.
Okay.
The SmackDown ends with Stone Cold as WWF champion and The Rock as World Heavyweight champion. They went into that weekend going into that unification title match
okay.
that Jericho ended up winning.
All right.
Becoming the first undisputed champion.
All right. We got a caller on the board. Who's this?
Wait, finally.
Hey, it's RJ. It's RJ Black.
Oh,
It's RJ Black.
No. Not to interrupt the game.
What do you want,
Hang on.
RJ?
Are you serious?
Hey,
What do you want?
I wanted to give you the weather report.
Oh, okay. What's the weather?
It's rainy in Charlotte, the Queen City, but it's always sunny for Roman fans.
Oh no.
Oh, our connection got disconnected. My bad. What's the last question, Medine?
Exactly. You're bad free for answering that call during the game. What year did this take place? 1999, 2000, or 2001?
I'm going to have to say 01 since you said it was last time there because 2000 was in the middle of invasion. So I'm going to go 01.
I'm gonna go 2000.
Medine?
Adam.
Ah, shit.
2001. December 4th, 2001. We're actually going the day before. Not
Yeah,
necessarily today. And
Perfect 11, Teddy, Stike Leather, all got it right. So did DP.
And that concludes today's or this week's edition of This Day in Wrestling History.
Berto says Rock and Austin were champs since August, and that only happened once on SmackDown. Is the significance of that, or something else? And Perfect 11, yes, you're just like me. We finally got one right. Give RJ a Heyman, please. Is what Justin said. A Heyman. What does that mean? Just tear him a new asshole?
A wise old Jew.
Oh. Yeah. I'll play that for you.
Please, listen to my voice. Take it from the wise old Jew.
He's the only one smarter than me. I will give him that. What else do we have on here? Oh, I got to get this sound effect loaded for this one.
Ole, arriba, epa, epa, arriba, andele. Arriba, epa.
So, DP wants to know, did RJ mess up his hairpiece in the ring? Yeah.
Probably look like a wet dog now, right?
Speed round, you guys can play at home if you want to join in with this. It's a speed round, though, so you got to be fast. Here's the question I'm going to pose to you guys. Did tonight make you any more hype for Clash of Champions?
No.
Not whatsoever.
Agreed.
Keep going.
I mean, there wasn't anything. That I am going to keep going.
Round.
I am going to
We're
keep
not
going
done?
because this is my final thought. This is the host's final thought. We're closing it down here. What the fuck was tonight supposed to do? Why does SmackDown keep doing back-to-back go-home shows?
Yeah.
If this was a go-home show, I might add a letter grade to it from a C to a B just because I would be like, okay, the bar is set so damn low for house shows that this was, or go-home shows, that this was a better than average
You
go-home
guys
show.
think the KO Sammy thing next week will be something amped up, but other than that,
They got no time for Raw to go into No Mercy. They got all the time in the fucking world to go into Clash of Champions. We got your main event not even on tonight. No fucking AJ Styles.
maybe that's going.
I guess that's what you get next week.
I think it's because they're on their way to India. Is the only thing I can think about where, but everybody else was on tonight. What do you just send your two main eventers? They're having more than just one fucking match over there. What was the point of tonight? To reveal that Nakamura and Orton are going to tag again against Sammy and KO, but this time at a pay-per-view with Shane as the ref and blah, 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 blah. We've
They don't
seen
win,
it.
they're fired.
We've seen it. We saw it right before Survivor Series. This is your great build. This is your grudge match that is aside from your championships, and I'm supposed to be excited about it? Fuck you, WWE. You did nothing to get me excited about it. I don't know if I'm alone in this. It sounds like you guys are with me. Medine's just like, fuck it, I'm checking out because there was nothing to go on tonight. We covered it. We did it. We're going to do predictions next week. That's what we do. And I'm not shitting all over this show.
Yeah.
There was just no story development of any kind. They are just phoning it into the next pay-per-view. And no wonder that they're not going to do pay-per-views anymore, or that they're going, the way of that.
Just doing too many. It's getting stale. We've seen all these, over and over again.
Which is my point of cutting them down.
Yeah.
If you still have 6 weeks to build and you don't use it, what's the fucking point? That's how I'm closing out. Tune in next time. Same smart time, same smart channel.
I'll catch you on the flip side.
SmackDown Podcast is recorded, edited, distributed, and marketed at U-Record Studios in Charlotte, North Carolina. For more information on optimizing your podcast for increased listenership, check out U-Record on Facebook, Twitter, and email sales@urecordstudios.com or visit the website www.urecordstudios.com.
Yes! 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 Yes!
You're listening to the Electronic Media Collective Podcast Network. Yeah, it's a mouthful. For more great shows, visit electronicmediacollective.com.
Go away, fat man.